Yo, 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 what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. And it is time to go over which seasonal divines slash riders slash whatever you want to call it. For levels around like 70 to 150 to 200, it's kind of like there's a point where you start reaching higher levels. And when I say higher levels, I mean like 200 plus. Where the way that you start flying, or you should be flying, because you're starting to get into higher leagues, should change naturally. But we'll get to that in a later video. This video, I'm just going to talk generally for levels 70 to about 150. Alright? So, let's go and get into it. We have every single divine slash whatever that will be coming out this season available to us. So we know everything that is going to be available. So, what should you get? You have a lot of options, right? There's like so many different things these days. You have 2 mythics, you have 2 riders, you have a festive, and then you have the egg token bonus. So like, you have so many options. But not all the options are quote unquote worth it. So I'm going to give my reasonings and all that. So let's go and get started. So as a level 70 plus, what you're going to start noticing is that buildings start taking more speed ups, obviously, right? And if you're free to play, speed ups are going to be one of the things that you're never going to have enough of. Especially like this, this includes like past level 200, right? Speed ups are just never enough. That brings me to my first suggestion, and this is like what I've told basically anyone who's asked me, and this is kind of like a controversial opinion, but I personally think Bjorn is going to be the best option for the majority of players who are, as assuming you do not have the Atlas defense rider, because the reason why I say this is that Bjorn gives the construction decrease bonus. 10%. So 10% off of buildings, which will save you a ton of freaking speed ups. 10% of, let's say, a building takes 50 days, that is 5 days worth of speed ups that you get to save. And that adds up, right? So personally for me, if you're a free-to-play player, this should be your first priority. Keep in mind, it doesn't actually cost a whole lot to finish this entire page. And you don't even have to finish the entire page. Just get Bjorn in order to get the construction bonus. I think you have to get to like here, which is like the bottom row, like the mid-bottom row prize, because you don't have to finish the entire rider. You just have to be able to finish the construction bonus time on his branch. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on it. So yeah, in my opinion, this should be one of your first priorities. On top of that, I personally think the egg token bonus is super crucial, because at this point, tiers start to get pretty expensive, right? After you get to like green tier or so, that's when you start having tiers that cost millions of tokens to get through. Sapphire Wall is real. Even though they've changed it a little bit, it is still very, very real. So having this egg token bonus, especially if you're active, is going to help you out so much. So personally, whenever, this is true for any season, get the egg token bonus first. 9 times out of 10. Now, if there's a breeding event as the first event, you don't have to, because this does not stack with the breeding event bonus, because they already give you guys the 100% or double, so it doesn't stack with that. But after the breeding event, this should be one of your first priorities. Not to mention, you get a lot of good stuff with it. You get energy packs, you get 45 inner fires. Personally, I don't think that the extra plus 25% is crucial. It's another 3,000 sigils, which you may or may not have, but, the first 100%, definitely worth it. It will help you progress faster. It'll help you get through those tougher tiers like Sapphire Plus, and even Platinum. It's unfortunate, but tiers are quite expensive to get through, especially if you're not spending a fortune. So, besides that, alright, let's say you're like, Odin, screw you, I don't want to get a rider, I want to get a mythic. Erdverd and Skuld versus Surt, alright? I'm going to do an entire video on this because it is quite a big debate at the moment. But, you know what? I'm going to leave it for that video. I'm going to keep it to free-to-play. what should you get? Let's say you don't want to get Bajorn and you want to get one of the legendary dragons. Legendary dragons include Hildur, Gunnar, Jarl, and Skull, and Hati. So, your best option is definitely not Skull and Hati. I'll tell you this right now. The biggest issue with Skull and Hati, alright, is the fact that he does absolutely no damage. He does no damage whatsoever. The video that I posted yesterday, that guy was spamming 6 fingers on the screen and could not kill anything because it reduces the damage that he deals. This, like, what is it called? Solar Volley. It deals no damage whatsoever. So, that is really unfortunate. I think it should not be debuffed that much considering the cooldown is pretty low. Sorry, the duration is quite low, and then it has a long cooldown. I don't agree with that. But basically, it makes it to where this guy is not good whatsoever. And also, the fact that it takes so long to get Moonshroud back, it is not a very long duration. And then as soon as it goes away, you'll notice on those videos that if you get hit once, you're screwed, right? So, it's unfortunate, but I definitely would not go with Skull and Hati. Personally, I think your best bet is Gunnar, alright? He's a really nice dragon. Maybe not for top tiers. In my opinion, he doesn't do really well. However, for the majority of players who are going to be watching this video, because a lot of people who are free to play and maybe not, maxed out, are going to be watching this, personally, Gunnar is going to be your best option. He has a heal, he has cloak, he has the freeze spell. I mean, basically, he's like your niche hunter. Is that the right word? I mean, maybe stereotypical. Maybe that's the best word. He's kind of like your stereotypical hunter. And he's great. I personally think, like, if you're a, level 70 to 150, this guy is going to do so well for wars. Just regardless, he's going to be awesome. Hildur is not a bad option either. Because, again, for a sorcerer, he is quite good. He has the freeze spell, which is awesome. At lower levels, that is amazing, especially against undefended bases. Against the Invader and Atlas, like, this guy is not terrible. Alright, for a sorcerer, he is not bad. I like the fact that they gave him the Spiritual Guardian, which deals damage. I wish Spear Salvo was like, what is it? Great, I don't remember what it is now. It's the thing on, Rajan. Oh well, anyways, where it shoots out 5 instead of just 3. Can't be helped, but it would be nice, just so it deals more damage. But not terrible dragon whatsoever. Besides that, Jarl is basically trash. Against against defended bases, this guy just dies like a sack. Against undefended bases, he's not bad. But the thing is, once you start reaching like level 70 to 150, you're gonna want to start working on your flying skills. Because this is when you're going to start looking for, maybe not a gold team, but a little bit higher platinum or even sapphire teams. And using a warrior during wars just is not going to cut it. Even in Atlas, I mean, if you're trying to farm glory and you use this guy and there's a defender, you're screwed. He has no way to dodge any sort of mage shot or whatsoever. The only spells he has is this white shield and regenerate. That's it. So, and really, Regenerate is just kind of like Zero Rage. You just use it whenever you can. So he only has one spell, which doesn't block any mage shots. It absorbs damage, which is awesome against undefended bases, but again, you're going to want to start working on your flying skills. So, personally, I would not suggest going for this guy unless you have already finished, like, all the other things and you're trying to get cert. Astrid, by the way, guys, is an amazing amazing Dragon Rider. Personally, I would suggest going for. She is quite awesome. He is quite awesome. Sorry. So, I'm hoping that, I would suggest, if you're free to play and you don't have any riders yet, and maybe you're not, like, super advanced in Atlas, so you don't have any of the Atlas riders, Astrid might not be a bad option for you. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the priority list that I would go through. First things first, I guess I haven't really given you a list. Assuming you're free to play and you're not going for a mythic, if you're going for a mythic, I will make a video on Cert versus Erd and Ferd Scold. Cert, Erd, Ferd, and Scold. I feel like Erd, Verd, and Cert should have been the Mythic and then Scold. Like, is that just me? Like, Erdverd and Cert. It just flows. Never mind, anyways. Beside the point. First things first, I would definitely suggest getting the egg token bonus. If you don't have a rider that decreases the construction time, I would definitely suggest getting Bajorn next. After that, you have a couple of options. You can either get the rider if you don't have any, but if you already have a rider and you want to try and get better at dragons and you don't have a good hunter, Gunner is definitely going to be a very good option. Hildur is not terrible either. Besides that, definitely don't go for Jarl or Skull and Hati unless you're going for Cert. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Fingers crossed this helped you guys out. If it didn't, you can message me in game. Odin is my in-game name. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.